and welcome to today's video. Today we have a surprise. So now we have 3 bunnies. Yay! This new one, she was a rescue. She was in pretty rough shape. Well, her name is S'mores. She was in a super tiny cage, really small, that was not clean. It was eating really weird looking pellet chunk things. I don't even know what it was. It's not really food. She didn't have access to hay, no veggies, but she did have a water bowl, which is better than a water bottle. She used to be a 4-H bunny, is what we were told. So my brother and dad, they went to a garage sale, and while they were there were like 3 or so cages that had bunnies in them. And so there was 1 bunny in each cage. They asked about the bunnies, if the bunnies were for sale. Well, we already have 2, plus a guinea pig, a ton of dogs, basically every animal imaginable. So they asked some questions about the bunnies, and the homeowner that owned the garage sale, she said that they were her kids or grandkids' bunnies, that they would do 4-H with them, but now they were moving and they couldn't take the bunnies with them. They were going to take them to an animal shelter, but the animal shelter was charging $50 per rabbit they dropped off, and they were not willing to pay that much. And they weren't willing to pay to have them euthanized out of bed either. So they were planning on euthanizing these rabbits themselves. That is not very good. So my brother and dad took the healthiest looking one, plus the only female, because the other 2 were males, and we wouldn't be able to take a male because we already have a male rabbit, and he wouldn't be able to bond to another male because it's just so much harder, and there's a chance they wouldn't end up getting along. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and see this rabbit. Okay, so here she is. Her name is S'mores. That is the name she came with. According to my dad, she was the friendliest and sweetest of all the bunnies, and also seemed to be the healthiest of all of them. I managed to get her eating some pellets. She doesn't seem to be that big a fan of them, but hopefully we can get her eating a little more because she definitely needs it. She feels a little bony in her hips. But today's video is going to be about her first 24 hours with us. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, when we first brought her home, we did not have a cage set up, so we had her out in Lucky, Lightning, and Newton's outdoor playpen for when they go out during the day. Now I've just been sitting with her out there, trying to gain her trust a little. Today's video is going to be her first 24 hours with us. So I think first we are going to brush her because she is shedding so much. After brushing her, I moved on to clipping her nails because they were quite long, even though they looked like they had been trimmed before. They were still pretty long. So I sat down with the clippers and managed to get her to calm down. She's actually pretty calm when I'm holding her and doesn't kick or squirm like Lucky does. She does not like being held at all. But S'mores here did fantastic and let me clip all her nails, no problem. It's actually so much easier to clip the nails on a rabbit that is a lighter color rather than one that's darker, because you can actually see the toe. You can see through the nail to the toe and know. And thankfully, right after I got the last nail trimmed, she decided it was time to be done and ran away. We want to make sure she still has everything she needs. She's only going to be staying in there for like 1 or 2 nights, so it won't really matter. This is just a temporary safe space for her to stay and rest. We have one Heidi. I know it looks large. The camera makes it look like 20 times the size, but yeah, it takes up about half the amount of space, but it'll work. There's already not even any space for her to run around with anyway, but that will work for, that'll adjust it. It won't really matter. She doesn't have any space anyway, so she'll still get to run around. That'll just be a little Heidi for her, and a bed. Then we have some toys. We have a Timothy twist, an Oxbow Timothy twist for her. I would have 2, but that's my last one. I would give her 2 otherwise. Then we have 2 little hanging toys. She came with this one, but it's still a pretty good one. It's still usable. And there's no paint on it or anything. She has 2 food bowls in her enclosure already that came with it. And we got her a hay bag because she did not have one, or a hay rack. She did not have a hay bag or a hay rack previously. Or we don't even know if she had hay. There was none in the enclosure when we got her. My brother and dad just showed up with a bunny and a cage. And in the cage, all there was a bunch of dirty bedding and a food and water bowl. Nothing else. And the one hanging toy, but still nothing. So we got a hay bag. Has little llamas on it. This one's my favorite of the hay bags I have. So now it is time to set up her cage. This is the small cage she came with. It is tiny, but we have nowhere else to keep her, and this will just be for a few nights until we can set up something larger and make space. So now I'm sitting in the little Heidi house. This one's super cozy. Newton actually came with this one when we took him in. Then I added the Oxbow Timothy twist and some food. And yet again, I am giving her one of the treats or whatever that food is that she came with, just because I want her to be able to gradually, slowly merge into normal rabbit food. Here I am struggling to fill up the hay bag with hay. It is really hard to do this because the tub of hay is under my desk, so I am having to be crawling while doing this, and it's kind of annoying to do. I really struggled on this part, getting all of the accessories attached to the top of the cage, lid, whatever you'd call that. I don't even know why these things exist, okay? So yeah, the little hanging toys were kind of annoying to attach, especially one of them because it had a really, really, really long wire thing that had to wrap all the way up. But yeah. Okay, so the room is a mess right now, but I am starting to rearrange the main enclosure. There is just enough of the playpen pieces to do this. So it was just that space, but now it's expanded. I pulled it out like this, so even though I have less room in my room, they will have more room in their room. We have this board that slides under here to keep them from pulling it out here. Because this is Lucky's favorite thing to do, is pull these mats out right here and rip them up we are going to get new mats soon because they have completely torn these up. Fluffy bed that they love. Lightning loves this thing. Lucky doesn't really use it, but if Lightning is, she will lay on top of him. And I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to use them or a different one. I have this one, which Lightning loves. Someone decided it's dinner time and is weeking and weeking. They are all inside now and done being in their outside pen. When it starts to become darker, that's when they come in. Probably at like 5 or 6. And they're excited. I have all of their food bowls stacked right there. And they're all very excited about their food. I got them an apple branch. And they each have their apples. And they're very, very happy and excited for dinner. Ready for your dinner? Come here. Lightning, come out. Come on, bud. Here you go. That one's yours. And Lucky. Here you go. Yeah. Over here. Now I'm wiping down all the tables because even though they may not look dirty, they always end up filthy at the end of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. This is the end of part 1, and part 2 will be out minutes after this one. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and watch part 2 to see how S'more's story finishes up. Go ahead and watch that video. Bye guys. See you in the next one.